guys, what's up? It's me again, yours truly. And yes, I know it has been a long time, and I've been getting like where you at, life update, and I did a poll on my Instagram to see if you guys would want like a life update type video, and I got a good response to that, so that's what we're doing in this video. So I have my notes, that way I don't forget anything, like where I've been, what's been going on, health issues, just life in general, and just whatever else. And then sorry in advance if this video is going to be scattered and everywhere, but just bear with me. So I'm going to take you guys back to last year, January. And some things that I am going to be talking about are personal, so if you don't want to hear about feminine issues and things like that, then go ahead and watch another video that I have. Just click on my page and click a video and have at it. Otherwise, just sit back, relax, maybe get something to drink. I have Milo's tea from Walmart, like the best tea that I've ever had. And let's just catch up. So I want to take you back to January of 2018, when really a lot of my health issues have started then. What happened was January 8th, I started my menstrual cycle, and it did not end for quite some time. And I was working at a job then that didn't offer insurance or anything like that, so I knew that I needed to get checked out, whatever. So I needed to start making choices to find another job that offered health insurance benefits and things like that, so I could go to the doctor and not have to pay all this money out of pocket. So in March, I found another job that offered benefits and things like that, and I took that job, got the benefits. I believe I was able to get insurance by the end of June, and we're all in last year. So it had been 6 months already into the cycle, and at this point my mind was going absolutely berserk, crazy. My hormones were just everywhere, and I finally got into the doctor, told him what was going on, you got to do something here because I'm really about to mentally lose it. So he sent me for an ultrasound, check everything out. Everything was fine. Did a lot of blood work. Everything came back fine, except for it came back that I had an elevated thyroid level. So he wanted me to follow up with an endocrinologist or whatever they are, a thyroid specialist. But I ended up finding a primary doctor that dealt with that too, so I was able to kill two birds with one stone, I guess, with only having to go to the one doctor. And he also prescribed me, when I went to see him in July, he also prescribed me a pill to take for 3 months and see how that would do with everything. I'm not going to go into too much detail, but just to see if it would help stop the issue that was going on, since he couldn't figure out what was going on. So I started taking the first cycle of that in August. Yes, August 2nd, I started taking the pill. It was called Provera, and it stopped. So I had went 6 months and a week or so with a constant cycle, constant, non-stop. 6 months and some change. Started taking that pill, boom, it stopped. And I was, the pill was take it 3 times, so a cycle of 3 for 21 days, then take a break, have a normal cycle, start taking it again. So that's what I did. Um, he also checked me for PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, because I was told at a very young age that I had that due to like family history and whatnot. And that came back all fine. There was no PCOS, nothing was wrong, anything like that. So then, because that was working and everything was like it was going back to normal, doing what it was supposed to, and I would take my last cycle in October. Um, and when I took the last cycle in October, my cycles in between were like, they were where they should be, lasting as long as they should be, stopping 5 to 7 days, which is normal for me, and then I would start taking the Provera again, and then it would stop, and then I didn't take it the second cycle, and then I had a normal cycle, and then I took it the third cycle, and then I had a normal cycle. Well, let me look at my notes. I went to my primary care doctor on August 8th. Also let him know what was going on. He did a bunch of blood work. He checked more into the thyroid levels and just took a whole bunch more blood, a whole bunch more tests. And it came back, for sure that I had a high thyroid level. And then I also had type 2 diabetes and high cholesterol. So he put me on all the medications that I needed. So I started taking those medications like straight away for the thyroid and the type 2 diabetes and the cholesterol. Now, in October, I took the third cycle of the Provera, and I had begun to like feel better about myself. I lost like 30 pounds. I started feeling better about myself and just feeling better as a whole, like having a little bit more energy, things like that. And especially with like losing a little bit of weight, it did help really, like significantly it helped. So after I took the last pill of Provera in October, I had like a normal cycle in November. Came right when it should have, stopped right when it should have. I was taking like the medicine for the thyroid, so like that was helping. The medicine for the type 2 diabetes was helping, which I take metformin for that. And I take like an off-brand of Synthroid for my thyroid. And I don't even know what the cholesterol medicine is because actually I had to stop taking that. So I went back for a follow-up checkup with my primary like December 19th. And, everything, like all my levels and everything was doing really good. My blood pressure was good. My diabetes, my sugars were good. The thyroid levels were good. And then he took more blood to do like follow-up, and then those, like everything came back good. So I was like on the right track, like trying to get my body at its healthiest point. And then also like starting the new job and everything, like going through that process, which kind of took me away from YouTube because it's an in-your-face type job, and it's stressful, and I really didn't have the time to like actually sit down and make a video just because my schedule was like do. So like that basically covers most of last year of what's been going on like health wise. I know I put some videos up here and there last year, like a couple months in between or whatever, but with the new job and like the health issues and stuff, that was like one of the big reasons that actually took me away from making videos. I just didn't have the time, and I was like doing other things to like get myself healthy. In December, I was late on my cycle. So just for kicks and giggles, I was like, I'm going to take a pregnancy test. It'll probably be negative. They're always negative. Nothing's going to become of it. I'm just going to go back to my, like, same old way now after taking this pill. You know, I might have a cycle, I might not. Who knows, whatever, because it's just been like that my whole life. Also, with losing the weight, it helped with my cycle as well. So I took a test on December 29th of last year, 2018, and found out that I was pregnant, that me and Rodney were going to be expecting a baby. And because I had miscarried before in 2013, my mom was like, you need to go to the hospital. Say something, but go to the hospital. Get checked out. So we go to the hospital. They do a pregnancy test. They take my blood. They do an ultrasound. Everything confirmed that I was pregnant, but I was very early on at that point. Probably only 3 or 4 weeks at that point. So I had made an appointment with my gynecologist, my OBGYN, on January 10th. And I was about 5 weeks then. And he did blood work. Everything was going up. The levels were going up. And because I was so worried about possibly miscarrying, he decided to check my progesterone level. At 5 weeks, or when you get pregnant, your progesterone level, he explained to me, is supposed to be a 12 or higher. At 6 weeks, my progesterone level was a 5.2. So it was very, very low. He explained to me that, when you ovulate, you're at a 5.2, and then when you get pregnant, it should be 12 or higher. So it was very low. So he immediately prescribed that I take progesterone treatment, which was a suppository. So I started taking that the very next day, December 11th, and I went back that Monday on the 14th to give blood, so he could check the levels, see if it was going up, whatever, and everything came back good. The level had actually went up to a 15.8 in the course of 2 days, so a little less concerned, but he was still concerned enough. He sent me for an emergency ultrasound. I was at 6 weeks at this point, 6 weeks and 3 days when they did this ultrasound. And actually, I didn't get to hear the heartbeat or anything like that because it was emergency ultrasound. But the tech did, however, point out the baby and say that she was able to capture a heart rate. At that time, it was 144 beats per second or minute, whatever. So everything was looking good at that point. I went back to my primary doctor on January 17th just for a follow-up, get the results for the blood work. Everything still was fine. Also told him I was pregnant at that time. So I'm in and out of the doctors from December to January, because now we're into January. So January 21st of this year, I went back to my OBGYN, gave blood, had a checkup type thing. My level had actually went up to 19.2. He wasn't concerned about it. He said everything was okay. Come back in 2 weeks. We might be able to hear the heartbeat because you'll be at 10 weeks then. So that's what I did. I scheduled an appointment. Now we're moving into February of this year. February 7th, I went to my OBGYN, and I was going to hear the heartbeat. He came in, he couldn't find it. He said it wasn't unusual. Some people can't hear it that early. It takes a little bit of time, a couple more weeks. And I had my 12-week first trimester ultrasound a couple weeks after, so he really wasn't concerned. Since my levels were so good last time, he didn't check my levels at that time. So I just, went on there's nothing wrong, nothing to worry about, everything's fine. I'll see my baby, I'll hear the heartbeat and everything in a couple weeks, no big deal. Sometime in between that 2 weeks, and I had been stressing out about being pregnant just because I had lost one before. So I'd been kind of stressed out, and I was stressed out at work. But sometime in those 2 weeks, I kind of just got a feeling, which wasn't uncommon for me because I had been having these feelings. But going to the doctor and, seeing the baby at 6 weeks and everything, I was like kind of put more at ease with it. But I just kind of got this like weird, like, I don't know, like something might be wrong type of feeling. So the only thing I needed to do was to take another test. So I took a test. It came back positive. So I was like, okay, you're just freaking out. There's nothing wrong. February 20th was the date that I was scheduled to get my 12-week scan. And I was super excited. My dad was there with me. And Rodney, of course. And then we got the devastating news that the baby only measured 9 weeks and 2 days, and it didn't have a heartbeat at that time. So with that, the nurse said that I had miscarried. So dealing with that the past couple weeks, I had to go to the OBGYN again the day after my ultrasound, which was the 21st. And he wanted to do blood work to confirm that it was a miscarriage. And it was. My levels had went way down. So it was confirmed that, I had miscarried. And then he gave me the option to take a pill and do everything naturally or have surgery. At that point, I was just like, do the surgery. Let's get this done. Let's get this over with. As soon as we can do it, like, let's do it. I was ready. I was ready for it. So he had scheduled my surgery for February 25th, which is this past Monday. So I went in, I had the surgery done. And like now I'm still recovering from that. It's only been 4 days, 5 days since then. But that's kind of where I've been the past couple weeks as far as like social media in general. I did post about it on my Instagram, so those that follow me there, already know this information. But this is the first time that I've been able to sit down and actually film a video about the health issues that I'm having. The health issues that have came up over the past year, what's been happening over the course of the past few months, kind of where I've been. And I'm doing good. I'm doing better, each day. I just take it day by day. It's such a tragic thing for a woman to have to go through. It's hard. Let's just put it that way. It's really hard. But yeah, I had to take a little break there, just to compose everything and kind of reel everything back in a little bit, I guess. But I'm in a good place. My mind is at ease, and I'm beginning to find a little bit of peace with everything that's going on. And just now I want to concentrate on getting back on track as far as like getting my body healthy, continuing to do what I was doing before I got pregnant in this tragic loss, which is, you know, exercise a little more, lose a little bit more weight. Just get to a point where I feel comfortable. And that comes with making some big changes as far as like job wise goes. Trying to find something that actually makes me happy and that I'm not like a stressed out complete mess that I have been. You know, doing things that make me happy, which is being around my family, spending time with Rodney, you know, just having more one-on-one time with people, getting back into YouTube, reconnecting with you guys, you know, doing things that I really enjoy doing. Things that make me happy and things that I can just do and just like let my hair just fly in the wind and not give two craps about what's going on. Like I said, spending more time with Rodney, spending more time with my family, just getting back into a healthy place. Try to be more positive, like really try to be more positive about things. Like change the way that I think from negative to more positive ways of thinking. Just things like that, really. When I say like big changes, just changes that need to be made so I can be happy, so me and Rodney can continue to be happy. Just going back to the basics, you know, not working so hard, you know, enjoying life. Just going out and like enjoying the world and not worrying about this or that, or you know, I mean, that's what I need. I just need to get back to basics, get back to like the root of like what really makes me happy. And I just named everything that would make me happy. So I really have to work on doing some like self-reflection. You know, things like that. I want to get back into journaling. I want to get back into, you know, planning, because I really enjoy doing that stuff. And it's going to take a little bit of time, but I eventually want to get back into the flow of things. It's just going to take a little time for me to get there. Like I said, it's one step at a time right now because of this unexpected loss that we have encountered with losing our baby. But I just kind of wanted to come on here and let you guys know that I'm okay and that everything's going to be okay. And kind of just, you know, give you a quick update on what's going on, what's been going on, you know, where have I been, what have I been dealing with. And that's just kind of it. I mean, that's like a whole year shoved into a half-hour video or so. But just know that I'm still here, and we're gonna, you know, I'm gonna be alright, and we're gonna get back into doing this YouTube and making videos again, because that really truly did make me happy, like I said, and I need to get back to that. But I have an amazing support system. I don't know what I'd do without Rodney. He's really my rock, my ride or die, my support, I mean, he's my everything. And I honestly don't know what I would do without him, or my mom, or close cousins, you know, or my family in general has just really been very supportive and kind of just dealing with me being secluded for the past couple weeks, so I just haven't wanted to do anything. And this is like a good step, I feel like, coming on here, telling you guys what's going on, letting you guys see me like vulnerable, and just being real, you know, just being real. I'm always 100 with you guys. I'll forever be 100 with you guys. You know, my stripes haven't changed. I'm still the same old Megan. But, yeah. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. And that's what's been going on. So I really hope that you guys have enjoyed this video and finding a little information, a little more information out about me and what's been going on. I love you guys. You're amazing. All your support. All your support and the kind words and the positive words that you've been giving me over the past couple weeks on social media, it really does mean a lot, and it really does help. So before I start ugly crying and hysterically bawling my eyes out, I'm going to say this. I love you guys. Keep your stripes. I will be back. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.